Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a slideshow on my pro quest that I had for Season 5 on 4/20/24 at the Pennington Cell Repair and Hobby. I'm going to give special thanks to them for hosting the event. It was fantastic. With them and my opponents both giving me permission to record my matches, which will be separate videos. And if you don't want to be spoiled, my results will be at the end of the slideshow. So go ahead and just cut out after that if you just want to wait to see the videos themselves. But again, special thanks to the hosts, the judges there. They were fantastic. They were helping everybody that asked for it. They are technically my local hobby shop that I play at for Flesh and Blood, as my local card store does not sell Flesh and Blood or host Flesh and Blood events. So again, special thanks to them. Let's go through the event. So the heroes present, I should have made this in ascending order with Dory in the front, as she has the most representation in the event. We had, I believe, 26 people present. The event could house 32, but I believe there was only 28 chairs. So luckily there's 2 chairs to spare, not counting the toilet. And yeah, if you want to take a quick look at this, I am going to the next slide, which gives you percentages. So pause if you want to look at the individual numbers. Otherwise, we'll go to the percentages. Here, again, I could have made this in ascending order to show you which one had the most percentage. You can kind of just tell by the chart. And what I said earlier, Dory over here is the most represented hero at 16% of the people present. Next, we have KO here in the middle at 12% represented. And then we have a fairly decent chunk at 2 each: Azalea, Kano, Kasai, and Prism being 8% and Max. And then everybody else with 1 hero is the 4% representation. I like the charts that I think it's Living Legend Studios does. Not Living Legend Studios, that's somebody else. But LSS. No, that is them, yeah. No. Whenever there's a big events like the Battle Hardens or whatever, I like these pie charts that shows who, just because you get a more visual representation of how many people are present. This is what I did. Let me know if it was good or bad. Oh, over here. And then for the top 8, we had in the first seed Max, and then 8th seed Victor. We had 2 Azaleas in the top 8, as well as 2 Dories. Funny enough, they didn't play each other, Azaleas or the Dories. Spoilers. We have the Phi and the Prism. I did play against this Prism as well. So I did not get the chance or opportunity, as I had other things to do that day. So I had to leave to go back to my town to do those said things, to watch the top 8. Oh, no, I lied. One of the people I brought was one of the Azaleas, so I had to wait for their match to finish. As they did not make the top 4 cut, I got to leave after that. That's when I left. So we have the Max versus the Prism, and we have the Dory versus the Phi. Yeah, so yeah, moving on. And we make to the top cut. It was Max versus Dory. The Dory went and decided to concede to Max. I don't know if that was before they played in general, or if they were partway through the match and they conceded. I was not there. I should have got that information. Maybe one of the participants in the event can leave a comment down letting me know, and you can all figure out that as well. What is the next slide here? So again, spoilers for anybody that does not want to know my results. This next slide is my individual matches of win-loss and the style of sideboarding that I chose. So I am going to go to that slide. So you've been warned. My results are, I played 5 rounds. One against AB4, Bravo. They did little pressure to me. Mostly just hammers or 1 to 2 big swings with no dominate or what's them called, pummels. So I got to freely stack the thing how I wanted. And then I AB3 dash. They beat me. I chose the aggro sideboard plan because they go so quickly, and they are 80-20, I think. If I was more skilled, I could make it probably down to 60-40. I am fairly new at the game, and I'm fairly new at Kano, but he is fun for me to play. AB 1, Spell Void 2, Prism. I lost, and I chose again the aggro sideboard. I think my current skill set, it's like a 90-10. It could maybe some people justify it like 70-30 for like maybe Majin Bay that can do a little bit better. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just what I've seen through the discords, that Prism or Illusionist are a little bit harder. Prism specifically due to their high AB. And Dory, that was Hatched Story. I chose the stack game plan. I got the stack. I did get a little lucky in this match, to tell you the truth, based where my defense reactions were in the final parts of the match. And then the closest match out of all of them was the AB3 Kasai. I chose the aggro sideboard thinking that they would maybe just have Take It on the Chin and Oasis, and maybe have the boots, Northern boots, so they would have AB1 and they would go fairly more aggressive. I was incorrect. They had AB3, and they did have Take It on the Chin and Oasis, but this is by far my closest game and my most enjoyable game. This was miserable. This one wasn't bad. This one I got to practice stacking, and this one was a decent match. It was close, but stacking is fairly a simple win in my head. But yeah, this was the most enjoyable match that I had. I will be pulling up now the number 1 deck. All the oh, that's my deck. Ignore me. Let me fix that. Oh no, let's take a look at it real quick. I do not have Eye of Affinia, so I have Balance of Justice for the stack, and your standard Tunic, Metacarpus, Waning Moon. I have the basically mostly standard reds. The Cindering I enjoyed. I might be messing around with something else. Snapback was really good. And all the defense reactions are for brutes or these other stack matchups. Sonic Boom, I replaced Lessons in Lava 4 in the stack, and Lessons is the more aggressive version. And yeah, blues are blues. You can change it for zeros, ones, twos, but I always have one of these in my stack just in case I don't have enough damage. I can get these in there. That's my deck. I'll pull up the other one. I just don't want to. I have them in a Discord chat at the moment, so I haven't set them apart. And yeah, so the number 1 deck we have here is Max the Hype Nitro. This is ability here. Hyperdrivers gain Crank, which is a nice ability to have. They have basically the same generic sweep most Mechanologists have. Accelerators, Techlo Foundry. What I find interesting is the base legs here as another way to get an action point, but you don't need the Arcane Barrier here. Not sure what the difference is, because looking at the list, I don't see any Evos, unless this requires one. Transform, no. So even if I flip it over, attack action, no. So you have no Evos. Is this just for Arcane Barrier? For me, I'm not a Mechanologist player, but I don't see the need for this one if I have. It's because it's the same thing, except for this has a Steam counter. Is it maybe you have ways to put Steam counters back onto this? I can look at cards probably. Again, I haven't pre-looked at any of this. Hyperdriver, Steam counter, boost, no, crankshaft. I don't see a way to put a Steam counter back on your pants. But yeah, so this was the 8-0 undefeated Max the Hype Nitro, which is pretty interesting. I wish I got to see a couple of their matches, see how they played it out, who they brought Pistol for, who they brought Banksy for. Honestly, when I first saw this, I thought this was a rifle. Like, this is the buttstock here. This is your sight. This is some sort of energy that gets shot out of the rail here. You can kind of see where I see it. Like this kind of looks like a rifle. This is the, like I said, buttstock. Some sort of energy repulse section here, and it gets fired through the middle. But yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully someone in the comments can tell me again if that person conceded before they played the match or if it was in the middle of their match in which they conceded. Either way, again, 100% thanks to the store for hosting the event and allowing me to record my matches, as well as to my opponents for not being salty that I have Kano. Again, I will have the links to the whole top 8 and my own deck in the description of the video, so check those out. There'll be 9 links. I'll have them labeled, and I will make sure to label them their seed, because there's, like I said, 2 azaleas and 2 Hatchadories. Alright, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you enjoy. I'll have those matches out hopefully within the month. I know there's only 3. No, I lied. I'll have the first one out by the end of the month. Thanks for watching.